The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the station of decapitation without your head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of the GoreCast Unplugged, original versus remake. You gotta say brand spanking new, or it just doesn't seem as exciting. Because you're just like, oh, brand new episode. You're like, oh, okay. But when you say brand spanking new, someone's like, oh, I'm leaning in there because it might be something that is worthwhile. So
it always gets fun when you add spanking to it.
Yeah, it's just you just add spanking to non like situations that doesn't need it. I'll probably up the situation a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
I'm rambling already, so it wouldn't be a Tuesday. So welcome everybody. Hopefully we can actually finish the episode this week. Unlike last week. So as I hey, we're back. We're back. Hi everybody, we're back. So how's it going, Carter?
Doing good. Just a quick shout out. We got Bill and Katie with us.
Hi, Bill and Katie. Welcome to the show. What's that?
And Giz.
Oh, hello, Giz. Welcome to the GoreCast. If this is your first time, we do some crazy shit here.
How you been this week, dude?
I'm doing good. Yeah, can't complain. It's a Tuesday, so the kids go back to school Monday. Kind of go back to school. They go back to school digitally.
Oh yeah, okay.
They're gonna start that from at least the end of October. They're gonna do like the first marking period, like online until they like see. I don't really see much changing because, like, if they don't have, like a vaccine or anything, I can't really see, the situation being much different from what it is now. So right. I wouldn't be surprised if they just do online schooling for at least the rest of the calendar year, probably going into a good chunk of next year. So,
good grief.
Yeah. But I'm sure I know like a lot of places are different. I guess they're giving like, the decision up to the school districts to whether they want to go.
We've split it. You can do either home online or physically go. So,
yeah. It's nice to have the option.
Right. And then I guess they've like kind of chopped up the live so it's not everybody's packed in there together and shit.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about earlier for ours. It was like they were only gonna maybe have half the kids go one day, half the kids go another day, right. And then maybe do like online for like the remainder of the week or something like that. I don't know. As of right now, it's just gonna be all online until at least the end of October. So, but like I said, I'm sure that's probably how it's going everywhere right now. So, we should get into some news bits, I believe, to move this program on. First little bit of news is Creep Show is going to have a book to read. Scholastic's going to be publishing it, which is cool. I was a big fan of Goosebumps when I was a child, which was released through Scholastic, so it's cool that they're still throwing out some horror books. It's going to be called Creep Show The Taker. It'll be featuring two tales. The first tale is about Bay, kind of a weird name choice there. As she moves, I was like, BEA. I was like, okay. She moves to a new town, and she's determined to do two things. One, make new friends, and two, make it on the school dance team. Bay ends up making a friend, but it's with a ghost, because, I mean, that's what happens. You always make friends with ghosts. And not only is it a ghost, it's a jealous ghost, because ghosts are jealous now. And she's jealous of Bay and her. It sounds weird. I keep saying Bay. BEA, is that what it is? B? Am I just saying it wrong, or? Okay, well, whatever. I keep saying what I thought too, because I keep saying Bay, and I feel like I'm like Adam Cole, Bay. So, okay. Thank you. So yeah, so the ghost is jealous of her and her dance crew for some reason. So if Bay wants to keep the peace, she has to do what her new friend wants her to do, but at what cost? Dun dun dun. This kind of sounds stupid.
I was gonna say I'm just not stuck in on this one, dude.
I mean, I can't relate. I mean, I was in a dance class, but and I had a ghost as a friend. So I mean, it sounds like something I would be related to, but no, it sounds stupid. Strike one, Creep Show. Let's see what your second tale is about. So the second tale is about Casey, who always loved animals and wanted some pets, but his deadbeat father would not allow it. You can already tell this is going to a good path. So his dream is to own a parrot, which most kids, you want a dog, maybe a cat. Right. Fuck parrots. That's all I want to say. Fuck parrots.
Play fetch with and shit.
Yeah, I hate birds. We're just gonna keep going on though. But so he does get a parrot somehow. It doesn't really go into why or how this was done, but he gets the parrot. And it's almost too good to be true. The parrot sings, it talks, it learns new tricks very quickly. Dorian, which is the name of the parrot, is incredibly smart, maybe too smart for his and Casey's own good. Dun dun dun. So that one.
Wow, no, God no. The first one actually had me better now.
Yeah. Oh wow. When birds started getting mentioned, I'm like, yeah, fuck this book. Stupid birds. So
Creep Show's killing me all of a sudden.
Yeah. But if these stories do interest you, a ghost friend and a smart parrot, it's very spooky. The book is coming out September 1st, so right around the corner here. And you can pre-order it where books are pre-ordered. I don't know, probably Amazon. Yeah. So if you are interested in these books, look for that to be released September 1st.
It's supposed to be more like geared towards kids or tweens.
Honestly, it seems like it, especially coming through Scholastic, because they're more of the, Scholastic book fairs, and so it's probably like a Goosebumps for the current generation, just under the Creep Show title as opposed to Goosebump.
No, I don't feel so bad because I was like, dude, this is
wow. Yeah. I was like, as a 35-year-old man, none of these things pertain to me, so I didn't give it. I could give two shits about these stories. They're not scary sounding or anything, but I might pick it up for my kids.
Better though.
Yeah. So next story is a film that is coming out called Antebellum. It's got a release date of September 18th, and they dropped a new scene on the YouTubes. So if you want to check it out, but Antebellum stars Janelle Monáe as successful author Veronica Hanley, who finds herself trapped in a horrifying reality and must uncover the mind-bending mystery before it is too late. So, and in the picture that you might be seeing, she's talking to somebody in an elevator. Elevators are creepy sometimes.
No, that's true. No, that's very true.
So I was gonna do like my actual like journalistic job and like watch the clip, and I forgot. So
we start professionalism next, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I am Mr. Professional. I have it on my business card that doesn't exist.
Hey, dude, I really need like a winner for this third piece of news because fuck.
Ooh, yeah. So 2 strikes. I'm sorry. It may have been just a bare news, a couple of days, but let's see if this tickles your fancy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. Hurry to start.
Not tickle my fancy.
Yes, this is produced by Fede Alvarez. The original directors Ryan and Andy Tohill have left 1 week into production.
I don't blame them.
Due to creative differences, which is, like... this movie sucks to it, so that's creative differences. David Blue Garcia has already been brought in to direct, and all the footage that they had shot within the last week or so has been scrapped because, it's only a week, so I highly doubt you got really, a whole bunch of footage there. Legendary Pictures hopes to kick off a new franchise with this film, and that it's that's what the article said. But maybe this might help you. Maybe this little bit might help you. Okay.
Dude, unless this film deal with people in it burnt down, there's not much that's going to help.
We'll see. This film, in some way, is supposed to be connected to the original 1974 classic.
Because we've got a guy wearing a face, swinging a chainsaw.
To be determined. I don't know. That was the end of. There was the end of. Never before have I actually pissed off Carter before we've even gotten onto the movies.
Dude, I'm already fucking done for the night. We're good.
Yeah.
I seriously like that franchise has been fucked with so much, dude. It should be labeled fucking abuse. It's so fucked up.
Yeah. It should report mental and abuse and maybe have some kind of charges brought on to the people who
that shit got so bad. It's got so bad they even acknowledged that they had like an alter fucking universe for like the fucking, what was that, Leatherface, whatever the fuck it was.
The most recent one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one was supposedly like a prequel, even though they did a prequel already before with the beginning. Yeah,
right.
It's just Texas Chainsaw Massacre is getting close here. Getting close. Stop making movies. Your first few films are enough to cement your legacy. The original is a outright horror classic. The sequel is a nice little, campy kind of fun horror sequel. After that, you shit down your leg. Yeah, you got Dennis Hopper being a crazy son bitch.
Oh, dude, and he fucking killed that shit. That was awesome.
After that, you just shat your pants pretty much.
Right.
Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 was a thing. I don't remember. I watched it, but
yeah.
The Next Generation.
This is just some bullshit.
We heard all we needed. He said this is bullshit. That's all we needed to hear.
Right. You know what? Fuck it, I'm in a good mood. Let's do Night of the Demons.
Moving on to the episode at hand, Night of the Demons, starring a bunch of people and Linnea Quigley. Fuck, I don't know how to say her name. Yeah, Linnea Quigley. That's what I thought. Everybody else, I have no idea who the hell they are besides her. The queen of 80s horror. Linnea Quigley. I said it. Linnea Quigley. I'm just gonna randomly say it out of nowhere.
Actually, Lance Benton popped up in quite a bit of shit, and Billy Gallo got pretty famous for about that time period of shit.
You're the name guy. I will 100% whatever you say. I stand behind it. You do a lot more research into the actors than I do, because I just be like, I watch the movie and then I turn off my brain once the movie's over. So yeah, Night of the Demons. This is one movie that I can remember being a very early film for me, that I've seen in the horror genre. It's probably one of the first 5 to 10 horror movies I've ever seen.
Well, dude, so many scenes, as I rewatch it, still, I don't forget those scenes. I'm like, oh, it's coming up. This movie had so many fucking scenes that just stuck with you over fucking time.
And it's such a fast-paced movie. It doesn't slow down whatsoever. We don't really need a whole lot of, well, this is why this happens. And we're just we're doing it.
No, and I really appreciated it because the fill-in that they did was quick, right to the fucking point. It stayed in the scene, and then everybody fucking moved on. They really did a good job with the story and shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, then again, hey, demons are coming to take over 6 people. You don't really need a shit ton of storyline on that.
No, they're demons. They like to raise hell. There you go. Excuse me. So the movie follows teenage outcast Angela and her friend Suzanne, played by Linnea Quigley. They decide to throw a party at Full House, which is an abandoned mortuary. The guests eventually arrive, which include Judy and her boyfriend Jay, Max and Franny, Judy's ex Sale, he just shows up, and then also Stooge, Helen, and Raj. Somebody's car alarm's going off. That's not in the movie. That's in my real life.
And from the get-go, Roger's such a fucking just useless fucking bag of flesh, dude.
I was waiting to see where it was going. Yeah, he's not.
Wait, I don't want to get us kicked off. So he was a useless bag of fucking flesh.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a scaredy cat.
Right.
The party begins, and you can tell this is the 80s because the party had to stop because the radio ran out of batteries. I mean, who does that in the 2000s? I mean, it's hooked up to the freaking, the plug. You don't use batteries. Who uses batteries anymore in the 2000s? Well, it's the 80s. I was going to do my little 80s thing, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on. You can't put it on the table and just go, no, never mind.
It's the 80s. They did a lot of coke and voted for Ronald Reagan.
There you go.
That's what the 80s. That's all you need to know in a nutshell if you want to know what the 80s were about. Coke and Ronald Reagan. Not Coca-Cola. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Yes. Okay.
I was so movie. To go, this.
Yeah. This. This. So yeah, they begin to party. It stops because of the boombox, stupid boombox and batteries. So Angela suggests them to hold a seance. So they do that, and that sounds like fun. It's Halloween, so that would be number 1 on my festivity list of Halloween activities, doing a seance. Helen sees a demon in the mirror that they have, which suggests their demise. Well, even read my own writing. Oh, okay. Susie ends up being possessed by the free demon. I literally thought it said Susie is pissed by the demon. I'm like, oh, she was pissed. She was possessed.
I mean, after what he did to her, I can see her being pissed later. So.
Later on, scenes, some things that she does because the demon made her do it. Yeah, I'd be kind of pissed too. You guys, I need to learn how to write because this is
like
not
legibly or just in general.
Yes, like I write things down and then I go back and I'm like, I seriously cannot read my own handwriting, and it's not good. So, Susie ends up, making out with Angela because the 80s. And she becomes a demon too, because that's one of the ways that the demon is transferred, or you make somebody a demon, is make out with them. Some of the other ones that didn't happen too, but a couple of the first guys, that Angela and our good pal Stooge, he kind of gets the same treatment later on in the film. So shortly after that, the group decides to split up because it's a horror movie. You can't keep everybody, in a little group. We need to split up in this creepy house.
Well, they were kind of do that whole solo fun, so they were all looking for that little space.
Because Raj and Helen, like we kind of said, they're the scaredy cats of them. They decide to. That was like a little magical thing in my ears.
Dude, I thought you just up or some shit.
Stooge and Helen decide that they're trying to get out. They don't want to be there anymore. They are scared. They probably pooped their pants and they want out of the house. They're like, we're going to try to find a way out of here. Judy and Jay decide to go with Franny and her guy that I forgot his name already. Max. There we go. They decide to kind of go off in a little bit of a group because Jay wants to do it with Judy. That's the whole reason why he brought her to the party. So wants to get rocks off. So they go. They kind of those. Ooh, that sounds like Sesame Street or something's going on. Like, so those two groups decide to split up into even two smaller groups. Max and Franny decided to have sex in a casket. That was pretty cool. I thought you were gonna say something.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool until it just went south for him, and then it just went bad.
Stooge had other plans because he's a freshly possessed demon, and he kind of walks in and they're like, "Hey, we're doing it here. What are you doing?" He's dressed like a pig too. That was kind of just in case you didn't know. So he decides to just snap Franny's neck. Just she dead, and then he begins to slam the casket lid. But pesky old Max's arms kind of blocking the ability to close it. So he just is like, fuck it, and slams it so hard that it somehow amputates his arm.
Okay, that one even I had to kind of call bullshit on. I mean, granted, it took him good 4 or 5 tries, but I still just didn't see that coming off like it did.
Yeah. So we started losing people quick because that half the cast is gone within 20, 30 minutes.
They're either dead or already fucking possessed. We whittle that shit down quick.
Yeah, we're just like, nope, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're cool, you're gone. That's pretty much how it ends up going. Judy this is you know what, Jay, I'm not doing it here. Just stop your shit. And Jay gets pissed off because he's a male and wants to have the fornications. And he gets pissed and he leaves. Who does this little trick
that forever is burned into my mind, dude?
Because she's very obsessed with her makeup throughout the whole movie, before she's possessed and then also after she's possessed. And she's like, "Don't look at me." And she's like, I need to put my makeup on. And pulls the lipstick out, and then she just shoves it in her nip. Little nip. And it disappears. That was very
pretty much.
Nip.
Different person.
So, yeah, she's David Blaine before David Blaine was a thing. The magic. What else are we at here? I like went off my notes, so I had to like. Whoa. Are we back?
So
We're
Bill's
back.
coming up with ways that can bypass your handwriting, and Giz is like, well, because some of us, and this fucking killed me, have handwriting which resembles a wounded spider after crawling through an inkwell. Literally what a teacher told me once.
Very poetic. Yeah, that writing. I can't make out a goddamn thing. But I tried to be professional and write notes down as opposed to going off, the top of my head. And I fail at it. So the movie. We left off. Susie, nipple, lipstick, gone. Jay. Why the name's here? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, she offs him, which I was not really brokenhearted about. He was kind of a douchebag from the beginning.
Yeah, he was a douchebag. He got the old Rey Mysterio treatment and got his eyeballs poked out. So no more eyeballs for Jay. Sale and Roger are being chased by Angela. They find Judy she's locked in a room. I didn't really understood that. She was in a room. I remember them trying to get in.
She stormed off to get away from what's his nut.
Okay. Jay. Okay.
And just then turned around and realized like the door was jammed.
Okay. So some of the times I'm watching and like I'll like a couple of seconds I'll like stop watching and then I'm like, oh, how did we end up here? I didn't see that. So thank you for clearing that up.
Jay pretty much was like, well, if you won't, somebody will, and just she stormed off.
There was a lot of somebodies that will this party.
Yeah. And so she stormed off, and that's how she wound up in that room.
We have Sale and Judy. They end up finding Suzanne just like sitting on the floor with Jay's dead body there. Sale is thrown through a window. Judy makes a run for it and attempt to escape the demons. Angela attempts to kill Judy, but Sale fights her off, and they fall out a window. And turn the page. That would have been perfect for that, like a notification sound, like turn the page. And he's impaled. Sale just takes a little spike or something. I forgot what it was through the chest.
It was something kind of already sticking up out of the ground, and he just landed down on it.
So
I felt bad because like up to this moment, dude, Sal's like trying to do everything he can to like help somebody out. And again, we've got Roger. That motherfucker just bails as soon as somebody sees is wrong. He's like, fuck you all about it.
Which is weird because you would think the way Sal's portrayed, especially at the beginning, you think he's going to be the douchebag of the movie.
Right.
Which you like.
I kind of like that because some of the characters did not turn out like you expected them to.
So you still had a little.
Yeah, exactly. This wasn't just like some straight horror flick,
He stole. Was it Judy's brother's like mask or something? I think.
Yeah.
Very beginning, son of a bitch! You don't steal someone's mask on Halloween.
And threaten to beat his ass because.
Yeah. You deserve to die. Judy and Roger end up locking themselves in the crematorium towards the end to try to get away from Angela and Stooge and gang. But Angela and Stooge end up getting in, but Judy burns them, sets their asses on fire, and pushes them off for a little bit. They run upstairs, but they end up being cornered by all the demons, including a burned Angela and Stooge. Judy and Roger jumping out the window, and they end up trying to climb over the wall since no one's been able to find a way to get out. They start climbing over.
It's also important to point out that the gate that we all came in has now just like magically fucking disappeared.
Yes, that's why no one could find the exit when the Raj and Helen tried to get out originally. But they weren't able to find a way out.
Nope.
But this time, Raj and Judy are like, "Fuck it, we're gonna get out of here," and they're grabbing onto barbed wire and.
Which I didn't understand where the fuck that came from, because it was hooked up around the post, like down the wall. It was just so fucking weird.
It's magic. It's demons. They put those little traps out there for you, thinking that you're gonna, if you're gonna get out, you're gonna pay for it by just getting your hands all cut up by some barbed wire. And they're able to finally make it over the wall just as sunrise and sends all the demons back to hell. So they survive the night. Surprisingly, because Raj didn't seem like he was going to be one that would, because he seemed like he was so adamant on running away that he was maybe going to run away into some death, but he didn't. He was able to outlast everybody else, and with him and Judy. So they're walking out, and then the old dude from the beginning, I didn't mention that when I went through the beginning of the story, but that old dude who was very grumpy about children.
I'd completely forgotten about him. Like, I remembered everything in the fucking funeral home, but I'd completely forgotten about the old guy.
Yeah, I like when I was writing the notes down, I kind of forgot about him, like as I was writing them down, but then the way the movie ended, it kind of obviously revolved around him. So I kind of like, well, I have to throw him in there. He's a son of a bitch who was trying to kill children with razors and apples.
Like was going out of his way to put fucking razor blades in the apples and shit.
Yeah. He's the reason why after trick-or-treating I had to go to McDonald's and have my pillowcase of candy checked by the police officer. Stupid son of a bitch. And then probably apples stopped being given out. So he awakes the next morning. His wife is greeting him, giving him coffee. He's pissy like he always seems to be. She made an apple pie. She's like, "Oh, well, all these apples that you had, we didn't have as many trick-or-treaters last night, so probably should put these apples to use." And she said that after he was already eating it.
Yeah, like he was a few scoops in.
Yeah, so he ate the razor apples and cut his throat and killed him. And that's the end of the movie. And the wife's like, "Happy Halloween, hey!" And sitcom comedy laugh happens, and we're like, "Ha ha ha!" And the movie ends.
And it was such a weird note to end on. I mean, like I said, I'd completely forgotten about the old guy, and so to come back around, I thought he was just kind of a passing second. So to come back around and see him get his, like, really fucked me up. I thought we were just going to end it with the two of them, like, walking down the sidewalk and shit.
Like, we have no way to crazily end this movie because there's just two kids walking down the road. How do we do it? Old guy eats razor apples and his throat gets cut very comically. So yeah, that was Night of the Demons. Like I said, it's a fun movie. Very fast paced, not very slow, but obviously that means what fast paced means. So it's kind of being redundant there. It's a fast paced, not slow movie. Put that on quotes, Buzz 2020. Not fast paced, not slow movie.
I really dug the fucking special effects and shit though.
Yeah. Really, I don't want to say like ahead of its time because it was late 80s, so like
right.
SFX was fairly decent at that time. But just the makeup work and everything of the demons, they just look badass in this movie. Unlike the stupid remake that we're going to be talking about here in a couple minutes.
Like, the only problem I really had about this one, and it's not necessarily a problem, it's more time period. It was like that 80s acting.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, Judy, like, she was just always so over the fucking top, like, Jack, Dave. Yeah. It was like, that was probably like my real biggest problem with everything. Like I said, it wasn't really bad acting. That was just more of, you saw that a lot in the time period.
Yeah, this was a movie that definitely reeked of its time period.
Oh yeah,
which isn't to me isn't a downfall because like I love like 80s horror is my number one.
Oh yeah, no, like it's definitely locked in the 80s hardcore.
So, but that's about it for the OG Night of the Demons. Like I said, it was released in 1988. So we'll go ahead to cut to a trailer and we'll come back with a steaming pile of shit called Night of the Demons 2009. I said 20. I did say 20. I don't know. Please go to the trailer before I make it even.
A full moon. A spooky, deserted mansion. Halloween night.
All right, dudes! And dusters. Let's party!
10 kids. All they want to do is raise a little hell. Now, as long as they live, they'll wonder what's gotten into them. Night of the Demons.
Blessed be the sinners, for the day of atonement is at hand.
Stop looking at me!
We're gonna get out of here.
Night of the Demons. Party till you drop.
And we're back. So let's party till you drop. That's a terrible tagline. I'm sorry.
Dude, I gotta tell you, ever since we started talking about the razor blades and apples, we've had some interesting topics come up. Bill was saying inject laxatives into oranges and give it to the kids. Katie was talking about dipping Brussels sprouts in chocolates and saying that they were the Rochelle candy
trick.
Right? Bill upped that with, let's see, what was it? Rice Krispie buns made with raisins and sunflower seeds. And then Katie came back with caramel onions. I hate like it's sad. And then Bill ended with toffee apples, but make the caramel with chili powder.
Yep. So you guys are the reason why we're only allowed to hand out wrapped candies. The United States is like, fuck that shit. You can't pass out anything that's not in a wrapper because people had to ruin it by putting razor blades and cocaine and whatever else they put into the candies and apples and such. You know what always really would piss me off is the people that would hand out like pennies. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a penny?
Dude, a bunch of us went out one year and this old lady was handing out quarters. I mean, granted, it wasn't a penny, but it was still like, what the fuck, dude? Even at this point, like, you know, we still had like the fucking, oh god, I can't remember what the fuck they're called now because it's been so long. The fucking phone booths, and that shit was already like fucking 50 cents or some shit.
I can't even make a collect call. And those people were stasses out quarters anymore because they were stoned to death.
Wow.
You
Bill
guys.
is a dastardly individual. Although I'm, let's see, you can use cloth iron to loosen the wrapper of a sealed bar and fuck with them.
You are the Grinch of Halloween, Bill. Like I can imagine you walking around. And...
What Katie makes with the alcohol chocolate. I could totally support that. I'm curious.
I had alcohol in it, so I was sold.
Right.
So.
Fuck, edible alcohol? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready to get into this painful pile of shit?
Yeah. You know, I'm in a better mood now, so I'll be a little bit nicer. So I'm totally down for it.
Okay. So this film was released in 2009. Doesn't really have any meaning to it. But it opens up in 1925 for some reason. And it's some old-timey, talkie films. Or not talkie films, because we had to read. They talked words.
Silent film.
They're silent films. That's the word I was looking for, but the brain and the mouth didn't connect very well. It's the actual exact opposite of talkie films, because there's all talking. So, silent films. So, we're introduced to a silent film in the movie, and I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And we're introduced, I don't remember if they mentioned her by name, or if they did, I didn't care. Evangeline is who we're kind of introduced at the beginning.
We get her name later, I believe.
Okay. I didn't know if it was taught or
the whole intro was just kind of like like you said, silent film, so we don't really know what's going on. We just see there's like a fucking dinner party, and then like everything fucking goes south, and she winds up like jumping off a balcony to hang herself. And we see a demon kind of like, damn it! And then we snap to the present.
Yeah, and the dude kind of like had weird eyeballs. He was standing there and he was like, and he did that because that was the thing that showed you were a demon. You had like a mini seizure or something.
Right.
And you were a demon. So you can tell by the start of this film that this is going to be a glowing review. So we're what's that?
We're now apparently talking about hiding chili in a joint. You put it back far enough so you can pass it around, and then it's kind of hot potato of who catches it. That's fucked up, dude.
Remind me not to go any parties with you guys. So yeah, we're flashed into the present day. We follow three friends, Maddie, Lily, and Suzanne, as they get ready for a party, who is thrown by Angela. So that connection is there. Are you gonna tell the class?
I'm so sorry. No, Bill just informed me that his dad was the one that did that to Giz.
Did what to Giz? I'm missing out on a lot of stuff.
The chili joint. Chili powder.
I didn't know that was done to Giz. I just thought it was.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was done to Giz. Oh, and it wasn't hot potato that was deliberately done to him. So they let it burn just enough to pass to him, and then he apparently. That's fucked up.
I almost had a spit take there and spit my beverage all over my paper, which probably would have made my handwriting a little bit better to read.
I will say though, that whole you can tell how hot it is because John's typing on the screen about how hot Shannon Elizabeth looks. That's not Shannon Elizabeth. No, that's Dora Baird on the cover.
Duh. One of the covers has Shannon Elizabeth, but
Shannon, yeah,
it has her as a demon. Yeah. So back to the story. There's a party thrown by Angela. She's at some kind of house because I think this house is kind of haunted somewhat. Everybody's going to the party, and Edward Furlong is there for some reason, dealing drugs, which makes sense because it's 2009, and that's what 2009 Edward Furlong does. He's
that and free lobsters from grocery stores.
Yeah, he's a chubby, drug dealing son of a bitch.
And Crow.
Oh God! Please stop reminding me that
anything we're talking about all the bad shit he did. That was some fucked up shit. All right.
That was
freeing some lobsters was funny. Killing a fucking franchise was not.
Edward Furlong, I fucking hate you. So
come back from the grave, put that fucker in it.
Yeah. If you want your franchise to die, cast Edward Furlong or Corey Feldman.
Yeah, dude.
They're both there. In the 80s, you could have done wrong with Corey Feldman. That would have made your franchise tons of money. After he became friends with Michael Jackson, I think is when his movie started being bad. Because something happened there. We're not going to get into what happened there, but that's another scary story. We're talking about Night of the Demons, and I don't know where I'm at. So there's a big rave party going on. Angela invites like 8,000 people, even though it's very exaggerated. But I don't know. It could be. There's a lot of people there. A lot of alcohol going on.
Come to find out, she's like a fucking party promoter or like party thrower.
Yeah, I do remember that being mentioned.
Like that was the weird part. Like she was pretty much like throwing this party to pretty much like make rent. She made the comment like the last party didn't do so well, so like this was kind of a make or break moment. And so she apparently finds places to do like a throw up party, brings in all the entertainment, and then makes money at the door for it and shit.
Yeah, well, the cop. Yeah,
the cops kind of minus the cool factor. It was almost like a little rave party.
Minus the Edward Furlong. Actually, no, I take it back. Edward Furlong probably had a lot of raves. He seems like a rave guy. But yeah, so Angela's party goes to shit because the police show up and ruin it like they always do. I almost said something that with current times might not want to say about the police, so we'll just keep moving on.
I will say, because you brought this up before we got on the show, you were like, dude, you know, how the fuck are we going to have Night of the Demons with like 50 fucking people in the house?
Yeah.
And they curbed that shit real quick.
I was very like when the movie started and there's like all these people, I'm like, they just added all these fucking people for a bigger body count, what it seemed like.
I was kind of hoping for it because after they thinned them out, and you know, because like you had the few main stars that came back looking for the friend. You had Shannon Doherty, Elizabeth, like kind of bummed out about her party getting killed, and you got that back to the what was it, like 6, 7, 8 people.
Yeah,
I was kind of bummed out because I was like, holy shit, dude, this could be like a fucking bloodbath waiting to happen.
That's the thing with
like a slow kind of burn.
The way that it worked with the original so well is because it had that small group of the like intimate like little group where it's like if somebody like died, it was somebody that like you had maybe some kind of investment in because it was every character kind of had a little bit of, you know, like shine before they died. Here, right. We didn't know this because obviously the party got ruined and everybody got booted out, so it didn't matter. But like I would care more about that smaller intimate group of people getting killed than the bigger group because it's like I don't give a shit about, you know, side actor A drinking beer, getting his head because that like you don't have that same connection. Like I don't even know who the hell that guy is.
No, but you can still have like your core. Like whittle them down and still have like your fucking cannon fodder. And sadly, this film really needed like cannon fodder.
We were the cannon fodder, unfortunately, because we all died from watching this movie. So the cops fuck up the party. We're left with Maddie, Lily, Dex, because that's the name from the 2000s. And Jason, they return to the house because they're looking for Suzanne. She got drunk and like passed out. So when everybody got booted out, she was still there. So the group came back to find her. Angela and Colin, who is Edward Furlong's character, because I didn't really give a shit about his name, but I had to write it down for reference purposes. They go down to the basement because while the cops came, Colin decided to try to get rid of his drugs so the police didn't catch him. But he needs those drugs back because there's that really stupid subplot at the beginning of the movie where he had to talk to some drug lord guy that was getting his dick sucked. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Dude, there was so much going on in this one that had no bearing in the overall.
No reason for it whatsoever.
I mean, I'm not trying to knock it because, we talked about, you had the old guy in the first one that had no bearing in the overall story. It was just kind of a step in, step out, go back to the story, and then we finished with him and shit. But the whole Edward Furlong, that whole "make me my money by dawn, bitch," that had no fucking bearing.
Funny.
There was so much going on that really, the whole fucking Edward Furlong being the ex-boyfriend and Lily chasing after Dad.
I'm why would that chick want to hook up with Edward Furlong? Do you not have working eyes?
Right.
Do you have so much sense of self-respect?
We were writing up space. We didn't know what to do, so we were just we'll have some shitty dialogue here. Some really boring.
The acting was awful. When you said we were dealt with the stars returning, I'm you're really loosely saying stars because I don't know what the people that compiled this movie. I don't know if any of them were stars. Maybe Shannon was really.
Oh,
yeah, they were not good.
It was just bad fucking acting.
Thousands horror movie acting, just not good.
Oh no, give 2009 props. There was some good actors. None of them were in this fucking movie though.
No, they the Demons remake. Yeah, I'm out. No, I'm good. I'll not get paid, let alone get paid for this. Right. I was looking up. I remember this when I was doing the research. They had I think a budget of $10 million for this movie. I think, and it only made $62,000.
Oh,
yeah, they got it up the ass on this,
dude. Yeah, budget $10 million, box office $64,000.
Yeah, I saw that and I was without lube right up the ass, very uncomfortable, painful butt fucking is what they got with this movie. The company was probably yeah, we're not making movies anymore. This is our swan song of the film.
That's horrible.
I just saw that and I was oh, ouch. So back to the story. I don't want to go back to the story, but I have to. While they're down in the basement looking for the drug, they find skeletons laying on the ground. One of the skeletons bites Angela in the finger because they can do that because it's
okay. But you know what? She kind of fucking deserved it. She finds this really old body and she starts digging for a gold tooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're hurting for money, dude, but I just don't know if I could be reaching in some old ass fucking corpse and ooh, a gold tooth.
Yep. So after that, Colin, she's kind of feeling woozy from the bite because she probably got tetanus or something like that. Colin's I got to get out of here because my stupid subplot drug lord guy is gonna want his drugs back, so I got to get out of here,
dude. And that was the piss off. Anytime he had a line, it was to bitch about not being able to sell his drugs.
Yeah,
they gave him no other fucking dialogue.
And they could have literally made this better and just rewrite just throw Terminator 2 lines and have him say that. I'm okay, I'll buy it.
At least oh, I love that line, yeah. But no. Yeah.
But if we would have gotten Hasta La Vista, baby, I'd have been okay.
Right.
I see you, movie. I see you. No, we didn't get So Colin can't leave. He can't go return his drugs or try to sell them to other people. So he comes back. They can't find a way out. Hence, like one of the ties to the original group kind of tries to find a way out, but they can't. So they're all stuck in the house. So while they're all stuck in the house, they decide to play Spin the Bottle. Oops, I almost spun it the wrong way and got myself all tangled up in my cords. And then Angela ends up making out with Dex or whatever this stupid guy's name is. And that gets people angry. Because by this time, Angela's starting to become full-on demon Angela. And she transports the demon via the making out. And that's not the weirdest way a demon is transported here, because we get later on Dex and one of the other pointless characters. I don't know any of the names. I'm sorry.
Lily.
I know the name, but I couldn't remember who was who. Her and Dex, they storm off because Lily's mad because she made out with Angela. So they go and have the sex. And the demon is transferred by demon sperm, maybe?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Either way, when she went, she was not fucking happy. Because that little line of like, I'm not ready for it there was just not a pleasant.
Yeah. So the one thing I'm able to read in my notes is Dex infects Lily with his dick is the way I wrote it down. Is the exact words, because that's what happened. Because he put his dick in there. She was infected. Yeah. Thank you, Night of the Demons, 2009. I never thought I was going to ever have to say that statement.
You know, and I'll give it to them. They were really trying to like do a reboot with their own thing. But like each turn that they tried, it really just came off so lackluster. You know, oh hey, there's that like awkward sex scene between the two of them. Like it just like none of it was like fucking cool or I mean it was weird, I guess, but just not great by any fucking means.
Angela seduces Suzanne by like a sweet little dance number that she does, and then they're floating, and then she rips her tits off. That was kind of cool.
She ripped her face off.
Well, I thought she did something to her tits too. Like, give me some kind of reason to like this movie, because it's really, really hard. I thought something happened. I wrote down. I wrote down.
I don't know what she's watching about midway through, but no, like she leaned in her and.
Okay, well, in my story, she rips her tits off. If I was in the director's chair, that's what would happen. The tits got ripped off, and then the face got ripped off. I remember the face getting ripped off, but I was pretty sure something happened to the tits. Whatever.
Like when she ripped her face off, that was like her perma demon face.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I always remembered that image of like the makeup, like that ripped off, like skull face, like seeing it around, and I never knew what movie it was from. I was like, oh, there it is. That's the ripped off face demon. And then we got Jason. He witnesses a sweet trick. The lipstick trick returns, but with a new 2009 twist. She pulls out of her vagina.
I'll give it to her though, because like you know how like magicians kind of like do something and they pause dramatically. She took that dramatic pause.
Yeah, we're like, where'd it go? Is it gonna come out somewhere? Yes, out of her vagina.
And I feel like old boy sold that really well because he was just like, he was pretty fucking horrified.
I don't even think those like that nothing connects that way.
Right.
I don't know how that happened. I don't think it goes in said boob and comes out said vagina. I just don't think that's how biology works. It does when you're a demon. Oh, that's right. She was a demon. I forgot.
Right.
God, I hate this movie. So,
Wanna be able
where are
be a
we at
demon.
now? Yeah, if you want to do cool. I can't even talk. I'm so upset.
So
where am I at?
we're basically stuck with Jason, Maddie, and Colin at this point because everybody else has been
Because we have to be stuck with Edward Furlong.
right. Everybody else has been over for the demon stick.
So Jason decides to tell the remaining two people about the cool David Blaine trick by Suzanne, and they don't believe him. They're like, "What?"
Sort of like he was really losing his shit.
I literally don't know. I literally think they just brought Edward Furlong on set and just didn't tell him anything and just like react like you would normally react.
Right.
Because he was an idiot. They try to make it out. They go into like there's like a escape thing in the basement or something, a tunnel or something. I don't know.
It was an old. If I remember correctly, I think they said it was like an old booze running tunnel.
Yeah.
During mission.
Jason is injured via leg injury. I don't remember what happened, but his leg got hurt. That's all I remember. I don't know if
he took a swing at a demon with like a machete or a knife.
Oh, and he missed or something. Yeah,
just by a fucking mile and jabbed himself.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
Like his follow through sucked.
Yeah. So then they gotta, drag his stupid ass. You would think that that's something that Edward Furlong would do, but he had another stupid moment. Actually, quite a few more stupid moments later on in the film. They make it upstairs. Yeah, they make it upstairs, and then this is what didn't make any sense to me. They go into this room that supposedly, because there's writing on the wall, demons can't get in. I was like, what the fuck? Like the maid wrote shit all over the walls that they found out, and they're like, oh, that prevents demons from getting
crazy
in.
People are doing, but my shit's good.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to write pentagrams and stupid.
But, okay, and maybe it was just me because I was not in the room, but as the camera tried to pan up against the wall, I couldn't read a fucking thing, but all of a sudden she's all like, oh, look, diary entry number 2. Tonight we're going to have dinner. And completely gives us the intro that we watched with the, what'd you call it? The spoken silent film?
Yeah, the spoken silent film.
But she completely fills in all of that fucking intro film that we watched. And just, it conveniently filled in every little fucking gap we needed. Why these demons are chasing us and all of this shit and why she killed herself.
It's the obligatory plot synopsis scene.
Right.
The whole plot's oh, there we go.
It takes up a couple minutes of the movie to finally go, hey, this is what all this random stupid shit's about.
Yeah. There's demons that got kicked out of hell because they were, to quote, I think one of the characters, they were too badass for hell, I think is what they said, which I was like, wow, that's stupid. And they want to take over the world, so they have to kill 7 souls on Halloween night to do it. So they trickily invite people to a party to get the 7 souls to release the demons to hell. And there was a weird demon sex scene that was really random during the movie too.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking weird.
It was like
as much as
no
weird
purpose.
shit as I watched, I was like, yeah, this is just too much even for me. Fuck it. It was just so random. And just yet another fucking pointless moment of this fucking movie.
Oh, God, and another pointless thing. I was reading on. The demons don't like rust. What? Prolonging my anger. Sorry about that. We're back. Angela taunts Maddie while they're in this room, and she's like, I'm going to fuck Edward Furlong. And she's like, I don't fucking care, and slams the door in her face. What, is that a threat? Take him.
Right.
Failed movie actor Edward Furlong. I don't fucking care. Take him. You can.
I kind of feel like this is that. Well, what's the worst that could happen at this point? Fuck it.
Yeah. So she fails at that, and where am I? The demons somehow trick the group to think it's morning. Because they kind of written in the gibberish all over the walls. said they had to survive till the next morning. So the demons tricked them thinking it's morning. So they're like, let's all go downstairs and leave this house. But nope, for some reason, they decide that they're going to throw a rock or something at the window and it breaks. And it's
something, something caught Furlong's attention. He's like, that's not right. And throws a bottle through the front door glass, and we realize it's
movie
like
in 2009. That was what's not right. Edward Furlong in a movie in 2009.
And we turn, all the demons now are like between us and the fucking back to the safe room or whatever it was.
And Jason gets killed. The one guy I kind of cared about in a way.
Yeah, no shit. He seemed like a decent guy.
He gets disemboweled by Angela.
I definitely liked him in the original Roger.
Yeah. So this is what allows is it Maddie? Is that the last chick that's left?
Yeah.
Because it's not Lily or Susie. So Maddie and Colin are able to be dicks and not help Jason. They just run past him. They go back up into the safe room. But the bathroom that's next to the safe room, not a safe room, and there's blood in the tub, and Edward Furlong's like, oh, I'm going to go investigate this blood in the tub, because things can happen to do that. So he starts putting a little...
I just kind of felt like as soon as you realize the situation, you back the fuck out, dude.
Yeah. They just keep running to this room. So there's one of the demons is in the bathtub. Edward Furlong gets knocked back into the room, and then he falls down through the floor, because why not? So he falls 3 levels down to the basement. He breaks his leg or something on landing.
I gotta give it that's all he broke in 3 fucking floors.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, I guess, each level kind of broke his fall a little bit, but when he did hit, that kind of looked like a thigh.
Yeah.
And it snapped clean.
So stupidly, Maddie wants to save him. I don't know why, but she ties this. And it's very convenient.
Where did the rope come from?
I was just going to say, it's very convenient that there's this rope just sitting in that room, just in case. You never know if you're going to need a rope.
When she pulled out the rope, I was like, okay, so is there an exorcist completely randomly laying around somewhere? That was just so fucking weird, dude. And it was perfect length for her to get all the way down the fucking base.
Exactly. Man, I wonder why this movie only made $34,000. She travels down the rope to the basement. She tries to help the useless Edward Furlong up. And then he just randomly turns into a demon because reasons. He didn't die, but he just became a demon.
Everybody else had to have physical contact.
Yeah. He didn't get a dick in the butt like the other chick did to turn into a demon. And
he had
and get his tits ripped off. He just became a demon. It's Edward Furlong. He probably was a demon the whole time.
I mean, I kind of feel like the director's I just can't fucking handle this guy anymore. Kill him.
The director's I found creative ways to make other people become demons. I have no idea how else to do it. That girl took a dick in the ass. That chick got her face ripped off. Dude got his intestines ripped off. Dude got made out with, but whatever. But we're we have no other reason or way to make somebody a demon. We'll just because of reasons, we'll say.
Right.
So Maddie's a demon. That's what you do. She ran upstairs. She ran back to that fucking room again. Because
and I feel at this point she is so outnumbered. How the fuck did she make it up there?
How do you not have a demon standing right in front of the fucking door, knowing that's the room that can save your...
hey, Buzz, she's in the basement. Just stand right here, bro. I'll run her up to you.
Exactly. And then for some reason she becomes Ripley from Aliens and becomes a badass out of nowhere.
Straight boss mode.
Yeah, she's I'm gonna get a gun, I'm gonna put rust in it, or whatever the fuck she put in it. because that's the only way you can stop demons. Nails. There you go. Yeah,
and like
nails.
what makes it worse is, dude, like she even started putting like nails in the fucking shotgun shells.
Yeah.
Like I had no fucking clue what she was doing. She was putting some in the shotgun shells. She was pouring some down the fucking barrel. She like wrapped fucking old bed spring around her hand. Like she was doing the like typical getting ready to go to war, but it was just the most painful fucking montage to fucking watch.
Yeah, the GoreCast would like to say, please don't put nails in a gun. I don't think it works the way it did in this movie.
Try that.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you saw it on text, so I don't have to.
Do not try that shit at home.
Yeah, there you go. This is like a WWE 2001 commercial. So yeah, that's true. I retract my statement because there's not a single goddamn trained professional in this movie whatsoever. So yeah, she shoots people with nails. They get hurt briefly. And then they're able to get in the room, which didn't make any sense. Oh no, I forgot the blood on the walls.
They'd gotten into the room like 2 deaths back when it was still.
And there was another thing. So the blood starts dripping down the walls, and then they're like, "Oh, we have to try to rewrite what she wrote." How the fuck did they know what she wrote?
God. Right. Like everybody just kind of picked a symbol and just kept fucking going.
You guys all have like photogenic memories, and you just remember everything that you just saw 2 seconds ago. No,
and it wasn't even like a shout out of Buzz. You got circles, I got triangles. No, like everybody just knew what to fucking put on there.
Yeah,
like stop the blood from pouring down and just copy and paste and shit on the fucking walls.
So
this fucking movie is just so like, oh my god, dude!
It's almost over. We're almost to the end. So
and the ending is what fucking killed me the most. I'm sorry. Like, I know she's supposed to be a badass, but fuck that.
So yeah, so Maddie decides, well, I might as well be like Evangeline and kill myself so that the demons don't take over the world like they were, because I'm the last person alive. So I'm going to jump out the window and hang myself. And she does.
And I'm out of fucking cigarettes. What the fuck? Sorry.
Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, we're good. So yeah, she jumps out the window and hangs herself. The demons, because the day comes, are like, oh, and they become ashes, not Ash from Evil Dead, because that would be a lot better. They become ashes. No, maybe not.
No, just like if fucking Ash came through and just started lighting bitches, I would have watched that motherfucker for another 2 hours happily.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, dude. Boomstick that motherfucker. Boomstick that mother. Yeah! Dude. I would have paid to that shit.
So they become ashes and they float down to the basement and become skeletons again. And they all go back to normal. And then we find out that Maddie didn't kill herself because she had a little harness tied around her waist. And she's like, man, demons are stupid or something down that line. And
right. Demons are fucking stupid. And then the fucking sound people, we're here. Yeah, inside. Whatever. Later. Fuck you. Fuck you in the script you wrote in on, dude. That was some stupid shit.
Yep.
7 of the most horrific fucking demons getting booted from fucking hell. Can't tell when a bitch is alive or dead. Like, oh, damn. I thought but it was, nope, we're going back. Fuck you, dude. This is some bullshit.
I think we finally found the movie that has broken myself and Carter.
I don't fucking get it, dude. Maybe I'm like not demon smart to fucking enjoy this movie. I just don't fucking get it.
Well, obviously, only $64,000 worth of people were, so because that's all they got for this movie. Yeah, that's true,
dude. You think about fucking movie prices, even back then. That's not a fuck lot of people.
No, that's probably like a weekend's worth of movies, and then like people watching a movie. Yeah,
you gonna go see that new Night of the Demons? Yeah, don't, bro. Like,
I think it might be a good time to cut to a trailer. Let me and Carter kind of exhale a bit.
God, this chainsaw such a fucking don't get it, dude.
We'll come back and kind of wrap her up, and I'm broken. It hurts. Let's go to the trailer.
Yes, it just means there are $64,000 worth of angry out there, like fucking angry.
Hey, I'm free worth of angry because I didn't have to pay a damn thing. I'm pissed off with that fucking movie. Yeah, I thought you already did. Cut to the trailer, please.
Something's not right.
Did you see those things? What the fuck was that?
Those things are demons.
They're scared of like. We have to get the fuck out of here. We're stuck in a closet.
Not a closet, it's a fucking pantry.
I think the thing wanted to fuck me.
We're on the ceiling! What the hell?
Ew.
No costume, no candy, motherfucker!
Yes. We're the only thing standing between them and the end of the world. That's awesome.
Come and get me, motherfuckers.
So I want to say I'm sorry. I picked this set of movies based on the original and how much I love the original. I did not mean to put people through the pain and torment that we all had to go through. I apologize for you watching that didn't see the movie and had to watch the trailer because that's enough to. I feel like we should sue. Like we should be able to sue.
Right. And like, you're all like every week you're like, hey, what are we gonna do this week? How about this? And I'm like, sure. You may lose some privileges, bro.
I was excited to do this from like originally because I had not seen the remake, so I didn't know of the shit show that it was. But I just love the original so much.
The funny thing is though, dude, like we talk a lot of shit that we even brought that up with the Chucky remake. There are some films that would have been better as a standalone. Yes. Now, granted, I still feel like this would have like fallen to the fucking void of forgetfulness. But as a standalone, just randomized fucking demon film, I think it would have possibly done better.
Yeah.
Maybe but to just be like, hey, here's the reboot, and knowing where it came from to where it's been, you can't just throw I can't remember her fucking name now. The one in the pink dress from the original.
Luana Quigley?
Yes. You can't throw her in for like 2 fucking seconds and go, see? It's a reboot. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah. So all in all, our overall thoughts is go fuck yourself, Night of the Demons 2009. I think that's the best way to wrap that in a bow. Yeah, it was rough. Any final comments as you just chuckled?
I got to go with Bill, dude. She should have done like Billy the Kid and Young Guns 2. The whole $1.80 in coins inside of the shotgun cartridges. That would have made so much more fucking sense. We even saw that in what was that? Resident Evil 3, 4? I can't remember, but she was shooting coins. that would have made a fuck lot more sense than like trying to load nails into a fucking shotgun shell. Like, oh, it was just stupid shit.
Yeah.
And that fucking Katie pointed out the GoreCast helpline is definitely needed. Yes.
The what?
Cast helpline.
Oh, yes. I promised I will not be the person on the other end because I am not going to deal with that garbage. But yeah, we'll work on that. Okay.
Have you watched a bad movie recently? GoreCast is here for you. Tell us your pain. We've probably watched the worst.
This is maybe I don't know if I'm going to say if it's reaching it very much. This might be one of the worst movies I've ever watched. Is that awful?
It is not the worst that I've watched, but it is the most like it's up there in my top 5 of painfully fucking watched because it just so much shit made no random, or it was all random shit. It made no fucking sense, you know.
Yeah.
And so I could definitely do the whole GoreCast fucking helpline, but I don't understand. It was stupid. I know. Take a breath. It's okay.
Yeah. Edward Furlong hurts us all.
Surprisingly, there's dumb shit out there. Look at Night of the Demons reboot. Like, so
let's move on to possibly I want to say happier thoughts, and kind of give everybody the rundown of what we got coming up this week. Thursday on our group chat episode, we will be doing an impromptu kind of episode because the abrupt finish of our last original versus remake gave us an idea of a way to carry it, our review of the Child's Play remake, into a separate episode. So this Thursday we're going to be doing, I don't know what we're kind of calling it, but films that should movie franchise editions that should be their own thing, which kind of Carter hinted that this possibly could fit into that category as well. But we will be looking at the 2019 Child's Play. You'll get mine and Carter's thoughts as well as Johnny and the Giz's thoughts on that. And then we'll also be looking at Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2, you MTV movie award-winning spoiling motherfuckers, and Final Fantasy, what was it again?
The Spirits Within.
Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. We'll be rounding off the films for this Thursday, so join us as we discuss films that don't belong in franchises that should have been their own thing. And then Carter and I will be back on Tuesday for hopefully a happier episode of Original versus Remake. We'll be looking at Let Me In / Let the Right One In. I don't remember when they came out, but I know they were in the mid-2000s-ish. So, but that's what we're going to be doing next week. Any closing thoughts, words, wisdom, anything to tell the people so they're not jumping off their ledges with a harness around their waist?
You know, like we don't, like every now and then we pick, you know, definitely this or that, and sometimes we're like, hey, both are good. This time I'm going with the fucking original. Fuck the remake. Fuck Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because you brought it up, and fuck the remake of Night of the Demons. Both of them. Fuck them.
Random fuck Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but okay. That's,
not random. Brought it up.
Like an hour. A news get. My
like
news
an hour
brought it up. Okay, I got you.
Still you.
Okay. Well, I guess overall that I have to say is I'm sorry for this episode because it seems like I am the one who brought all of the pain and suffering onto Carter and anyone else that watched this movie, that watched this episode. I apologize. I'm gonna have a long, think about my actions.
Good. Yes, definitely.
Actually, hold on. I don't care. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Can't have sunshine and rainbows all the time, guys. The world is a cruel, cruel place that has Night of the Living Dead or Night of the Demons 2009 in it, and it happens, guys. Just as the darkness. I was trying to think of the Batman line, but I don't even remember it, so I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm sure you guys are ready to go because you just went through over an hour of pain and suffering and Edward Furlong. So until Thursday, everybody have a good couple of days, and we'll see you guys for Group Chat Thursday. GoreCast Unplugged. GoreCast.